Are you saving a lot of your money in a savings account each month? Then you should stop doing it today. Putting your money in a savings account is an old idea that makes you poor today. Earlier it could make you rich when there were high interest rates. But with the low interest rates today, it is not a favorable choice, as you will lose money and purchasing power over time. Here we will go through why you will lose money by putting it in a savings account and how it will make you poor. In the end, we will go through what you can do with your money instead to increase your wealth over time and make you richer. My name is Daniel and I'm here to help people with personal finance and show how to start a digital side hustle of your own. If you're interested in improving your personal finance and start a digital side hustle of your own, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if you found this video helpful. Inflation. Inflation is also known as the decline of purchasing power over time. Usually when we talk about inflation, it is in different categories and the price is compared with what the price was last year for the same item or service. A reason you shouldn't save money in a savings account is because money will be worth less over time due to inflation. As you can see in the graph of the customer prices in the United States, the inflation is always above zero, which makes it more expensive for you each year to buy the same amount of items. Even though you might place your money in a high yield savings account, then interest rates on those are usually lower than the inflation, which will still make you a bit poor each year. You can probably see it from what your own bank offers you on a savings account. If you have a mortgage, you might get a better offer, as you might have an account to equalize for your interest on your mortgage, but it will usually still be worse than investing them. The same can be seen on the purchasing power of the dollar for consumer prices over time. If you look at what a dollar was worth back in January 1913, then it was worth an entire dollar. But as time went on, the purchasing power of the dollar fell, and what was worth $1 back in 1913 is only worth a bit above 3 cents today. In the graph, it does look like the biggest drops was before 1990, and it doesn't drop that much anymore. But if we take a look at only the last 10 years from May 2012 until today, we can see that the purchasing power has fallen by more than 20%. A dollar worth back in May 2012 is only worth around 79 cents today. Keep printing more money. Another reason that the purchasing power falls and you shouldn't save your money in a savings account is because the Federal Reserves keep printing more money. As you can see on the graph here, the Federal Reserve really started to print a huge amount of money back when the financial crisis happened around 2008 to 2009, and they did it again in the beginning of the Corona breakout. In general, the machine is always running and printing more money, which makes more and more dollars coming into the market. As long as there comes more dollars into the market, the dollars that are already there will be worth less. These are also some of the reasons to why Warren Buffett has said, "The one thing I will tell you is the worst investment you can have is cash." Everybody is talking about cash being king and all that sort of thing. Cash is going to become worthless over time. Cash will drop in value over time until it becomes worthless. But what can we then do with our cash so it can hold the value over time and even be worth even more over time if we do it right? We will now go through that here. Earlier, people could save them to be rich. Earlier, if people wanted to become rich, they could save their money in a savings account and just wait as time would do the rest. The reason for this was that back in 1976, the interest rate on savings accounts was around 15%, which made it possible to earn $1,500 from $10,000 saved. By saving enough, it was possible to generate a lot of passive income through savings accounts. Today, the interest rate is below 1% for high yield saving. That earns you less than $100 from $10,000 saved. That 1% is also below inflation, which will make you lose purchasing power over time. So even though you might feel wealthier over time putting your money in a savings account, then you won't be able to buy more luxury goods than you were earlier. Negative interest rates. Today, in a lot of countries, there also exists negative interest rates for the money you save. This means that if you have more money saved above a limit, then the bank will take some of your money in interest each year. The negative interest rates will increase the decline in purchasing power as you both will lose your money to the bank and to the inflation each year. Even though a lot of people got mad and didn't like the change, it was actually a good adjustment for a lot of people, as most people then started to look at other opportunities for what they could do with their money. If the bank hadn't started to take their hands in people's pockets, then those people might have never started to look for other opportunities to invest in. Enough for an emergency account. Only have enough money in your savings account so it functions as an emergency account in case something unexpected happens in your life. A good rule of thumb is that you have around 6 months of expenses saved in an emergency account. Then if something happens where you need to repair your car, go to the hospital, or are unable to work for a period of time, then you will not need to take a high interest loan to be able to pay for it as you have your emergency account. This way it will be much easier for you to not be sent into bad debt, but still have the rest of your money working for you to increase your wealth and earn more money over time. Invest in yourself. The best thing to invest in is yourself, as nobody will ever be able to take that learning away from you. And with additional knowledge, you might be able to increase the amount you earn each month. Investing in yourself is meant as investing in additional knowledge, which you can use to do better. This can be anything that will help you to improve. It can be a seminar or course that will help you to gain an additional skill, which you can use on work to increase your income, or you can choose to learn how to invest your money in assets. It might be a good idea to first learn how to invest in assets from someone already doing it, as you will then not throw your entire life savings away on a bad decision. But remember, it is okay to make mistakes, as it will help us learn along the way. But stay diversified in the beginning, so your early mistakes then don't have a huge impact on your savings, and that way you can use your mistakes to your advantage. Invest in assets. When you have learned how to invest in assets, you should put aside a big part of your saving each month to invest in additional assets, which can increase in value over time and make it possible for you to get wealthier and have a higher purchasing power in the future. It can be whatever assets which interest you, as it is a good idea to have a genuine interest in whatever asset you might invest in, as it will then be easier for you to study it and learn how it works. It is different from person to person whether they like stocks, crypto, real estate, or a completely different asset. And within each of them we can see that it has been used to generate wealth for a lot of people. Figure out which one fits you the best and stick to a single one in the beginning, as it will make it much easier for you to go in depth with it and learn how you can use it to your advantage. When investing in assets, time will be your friend instead of your enemy, and you can start to lean back and watch your wealth growing by itself over time. Do you save too much today? Are you good at investing in yourself or assets? Which one would you rather invest in currently, yourself or assets? Are there any skills which you are missing today that you would like to learn? Comment below those things that you would like to invest in, and we will encourage you to pursue it. If you are interested in more topics like this, subscribe to the channel. We will post new videos every week. And remember to hit the like button if you found this video helpful.